Hey guys, Dr. David Jockers here, and today we're talking about key supplements during the 4 phases of the Digestive Health Restoration Program. And this program can absolutely be done without ever touching a supplement. I'm not doing this program in order to sell supplements. However, doing this with hundreds of individuals over the years, I found that supplements really help speed up the process. And so I want to really educate you on what supplements to take during what phases so you can get the best results. So during the reset phase, our main goal is starving out the bad microbes. In order to do that, obviously we're restricting calories, restricting nutrients as we go through a fast. We're restricting particularly fiber and carbohydrates, which is what the microorganisms feed on. And we are loading up on proteolytic enzymes. Why proteolytic enzymes? Because these bad microbes, whether it's yeast or parasites or bad bacteria that's overgrown, they develop something called a biofilm, which is kind of like a shield, a protein-based shield that helps cover them and helps protect them, especially during a time of stress. And it is a time of stress when they don't have a regular food source because we're fasting. So we need the proteolytic enzymes. So we pound the proteolytic enzymes as our protocol describes as you go through the program, you'll see that. And what those proteolytic enzymes do is they break down that biofilm, which now exposes the microbial communities. The other supplement we're taking is a powerful antimicrobial. The antimicrobials I recommend really depend on, in a sense, what you're actually dealing with. But one of the key nutrients in them is grapefruit seed extract. And grapefruit seed extract, I've done so many stool tests over the years, and the stool test I use actually looks at whatever the microbe is, whether it's a parasite or a yeast organism or a bad bacteria. And they actually analyze all the best antimicrobials, things like oregano, things like caprylic acid, and cat's claw, and all these different things, along with grapefruit seed extract. And I found consistently that grapefruit seed extract seems to be the most, in a sense, the most prolific antimicrobial against these bad microbes. So we definitely want that grapefruit seed extract interacting and helping to destroy and kill these bad microbial communities. So we've got something like that in there. If you're using, for example, the Para-Lim also has things like just black walnut, for example. Black walnut's a very, very powerful anti-parasitic agent. It's also got pumpkin seed, which is a very powerful anti-parasitic agent. Also, of course, as you go on during the stages, I have you consuming pumpkin seeds. Very, very powerful. Also, berberine. Berberine from things like Oregon grapefruit helps stabilize and balance your blood sugar, which, as you'll see, is super critical to reducing inflammation and healing, and it's antimicrobial. So we've got that in these different supplements. So again, antimicrobials along with proteolytic enzymes during the reset phase. As we move into the rebuilding phase, this is where our main goal is: heal and seal the gut. And so what do we need to do in order to heal and seal the gut? Well, we need amino acids, particularly collagen protein, because collagen has glutamine, but it also has things like glycine and proline and glycosaminoglycans, which actually help form the gut membrane. So collagen protein, this is in a sense protein that's derived from grass-fed beef knuckles and cartilage. That actually helps provide the raw materials to help heal your leaky gut. So we like to use the collagen protein. We like to use high doses of L-glutamine. L-glutamine is the major amino acid used by your enterocytes, your intestinal cells. So they need that. So we like to do high doses of L-glutamine. Now, I never like to rush somebody into a high dose. There's a key checkpoint. We start small, 4 or 5 grams, and start to go up. If you notice that you have anxiety or irritability, it's a sign that your body's not metabolizing the L-glutamine very effectively in your brain, and that it actually may be causing excitotoxicity and damaging brain cells. If that's the case, it's rare, but if that's the case, we've got to back down and not use that supplement. So if that's not the case, we want to actually increase the dosage and get you up sometimes to 20 to 30 grams, because we know people that can do high doses of L-glutamine, their gut heals a lot faster. So ideally, if we can get you up to that level, you're gonna heal and seal much faster. If we can't, there's other things we can absolutely do, using a lower dose of L-glutamine, or even taking that out and just using things like aloe vera and slippery elm and marshmallow root extract. These all help with healing the gut, also helping your body to produce things like hydrochloric acid, digestive enzymes, very, very powerful herbs that we utilize in order to heal and seal the leaky gut. So another thing we want to do during the rebuilding phase is we want to optimize our stomach acid. And when people have damage to their gut, they're going to have inadequate production of stomach acid. And when you have inadequate production of stomach acid, you're not able to sterilize your food. You're not able to break down and metabolize amino acids and proteins effectively, which causes more inflammatory assault on your gut lining. So more inflammation, more scarring in your gut lining. It also allows for bacteria and microorganisms from your food to get in and proliferate. And a lot of times these are not good bacteria and good microorganisms that you want. So without the stomach acid, we lose that barrier of defense. We also don't metabolize our food effectively. So doing supplemental hydrochloric acid, what we use is betaine HCl, a product called acid prozyme, in order to help optimize that. We have a specific protocol in order to utilize that effectively, and it really allows you to know if you're doing it effectively and how long to be on it, and that's critical. We'll also use some digestive enzymes. Oftentimes when people, especially, people are not digesting, for example, like a protein powder or something like that, oftentimes it's a digestive enzyme deficiency. So getting some digestive enzymes in there can be very, very effective for that process and breaking down and digesting food effectively. So that's another key supplement during that rebuilding phase. As we move into the third phase, the reinoculation phase, this is where we start to add in some probiotics. And typically with somebody that has a very sensitive gut, I like to start with just a soil-based microorganism. So there are other great probiotics, lots of research behind things like bifidobacterium and lactobacillus acidophilus, lactobacillus plantarum. However, when somebody has a very sensitive gut, they oftentimes will react negatively to some of these really good bacteria like bifidobacterium, which lines our large intestine, the lactobacillus, which line our small intestine. So when I use a soil-based organism, right, and we like a product called Prescript Assist, when we use these things, these soil-based organisms are actually hypoallergenic for the system. They get in there, they don't cause a reaction, but they start to take up the binding sites, and they actually, research has shown, actually help increase the production of bifidobacterium and lactobacillus naturally in our gut, which now allows us to, in a sense, take back control of our gut lining and reduce the amount of bad microorganisms, because good and bad are competing for attachment sites, nutritional sites to feed on. The more good, the less attachment and nutrition sites for the bad, therefore the lower number of the bad. So we add in the soil-based organisms. These things also have fumic and humic acids, fulvic and humic acids, which actually help to detoxify the body. So that can be very, very powerful. Oftentimes we'll recommend some supportive nutrients like a detox system to help support the liver, especially if somebody has a serious overgrowth of microbes. Supporting the liver is very key, and also adding in things like activated charcoal to help bind and pull toxins out of the system can be very important, especially during the early stages. Also, we want to make sure that the adrenals are very stable. If your adrenal glands are tanked, right, you've had adrenal fatigue and your adrenals just are not able to produce healthy stress hormone like cortisol, then what happens is you can't reduce inflammation in your body. So it's very important that we keep the adrenal glands healthy, that we're able to support our adrenal hormone production, okay? And we want to modulate it. If you're secreting too much stress hormone, then you're going to create chronic inflammation as well. You're not going to be able to heal as well. So using adaptogenic herbs, key B vitamins can help stabilize your adrenals. Also, to reduce inflammation, we want things like vitamin D, optimizing vitamin D, fish oil, high quality omega-3s help reduce inflammation in the body, as well as glutathione precursors, things like N-acetylcysteine or alpha-lipoic acid, or even just a acetylated glutathione can be very effective for reducing inflammation in your gut and allowing you to heal. So these are the supplements that we recommend during this program in order to heal and seal your gut, reduce inflammation, so you can get your life and your health back.